few more moments here, and then we will get to things. How's everybody doing? Thanks for hanging out on the NLSS. I hope you had a fun time. Everybody always says no sound when I play Cookie Clicker, and I have to wonder, what's up with that? There's no sound in Cookie Clicker, man. It's just cookies forever. That's all there is. So did anything change in the landscape of Cookie Clicker World? It seems like it's basically the same game. I was waiting for this update to come out with the dungeons. Oh, we got a golden cookie there. Lucky 23 bill or 262 billion cookies. Cookies don't need sound. You missed the NLSS Trico. Well, thankfully it will be on a VOD and then later uploaded to Northern Lions channel. So, and again, thank you everybody that subscribed. In case maybe you joined us fairly recently and you've maybe just subscribed to my channel via YouTube, or maybe you just found out about the NLSS fairly recently. Any of that is possible, and I'm glad that you chose to subscribe. It's nice of you to do, and I hope that I am able to provide you with entertaining YouTube-based commentaries and indie game coverage and all that good stuff. So I'm glad you're here, and let's talk about whatever the hell, right? That's how it goes. The Cookie Clicker streams for me are essentially just us leaving this screen up, occasionally buying things, and just shooting the shit about whatever. So if you want to ask me questions, that's all good. If you want to talk about a specific topic, that's all good. Whatever is going on. Why am I still getting ads? You shouldn't be at this point. Yeah, if you want to ask me questions, though, go ahead. If you reset your game, you'll get... Oh, Johnny Whoops just subscribed. Thank you very much, Johnny. That is incredibly nice of you, and it supports me directly, and I'm very grateful of it. What is my IRL job? This would be it. We are here in the Twitch world. It is Twitch and YouTube right now. And thanks to the generosity and wonderfulosity of you beautiful people out there, you are making this all hopefully work out. Yeah, I don't want to do the whole talk about... it's the same questions again. I was going to say, I don't want to do the whole behind the scenes, how did I get through to this point? How's my day been? It's been a pretty chill day, actually. I spent most of the day chatting with people on Skype and hanging out and answering emails and such, so that's about... Oh, Neverlast12 just subscribed. Thank you very much for that. I should go over the subscriber program again very briefly. It's very similar to Northern Lions 1, so if you've heard him give his pitch, basically the same thing. We're doing... Well, you get an icon next to your chat name, which is a little Mar guy, which is my guy from the YouTube channel. He's sort of my mascot of sorts, and then you get the 4 chat icons, the custom emotes. You get the cookie, you get a Mar, you get an eggplant, and you get a smiling rock. All of those are available for subscribers to use on any channel. Oh, there's a lot of questions here. I gotta finish this, and then we'll get to some questions. There's a gold cookie as well. I gotta remember to look for that. Cookie production increased times 7. That's a pretty good number of cookies to get. It's all good. You also get the ability to hang out on subscriber-only streams, which are really, I mean, not hang out, but like potentially play, because anyone can hang out. I want to do the same approach that Ryan does, where I don't take away anything, it's just added. So don't worry about that. I'm not going to ever do like, you have to be a subscriber to chat or any of that stuff. I don't believe in that, really. I think it's kind of the wrong way to go. Hey, Snowdex just subscribed. Thank you very much for doing that. It is a huge help to me. As you may know, revenue from doing Twitch streaming, not the biggest thing. Subscribers are a larger amount in general. It's more supportive, so you do get those fuzzy feelings, hopefully, because you are making a big difference. You're probably allowing me to buy some food in the next few days, so I greatly appreciate that. Shots fired. Did I fire shots? I didn't mean to do that if I did. Don't feel any pressure to subscribe, of course. That is just an extra thing that you can do. Just being here by itself is a helpful thing and is supportive of me. So don't feel bad if you can't afford it or anything. I honestly can't really afford to subscribe to people either. I haven't actually subscribed to my own channel, so there is that. Is there a list of emote triggers? Oh, I should put that in my description of my Twitch channel. There isn't an official list, but they all start with rock in the lowercase, and then there's eggplant with an uppercase E, cookie with an uppercase E, RockLeeSmile with an uppercase L. Did I just say cookie with an uppercase E? Cookie's to uppercase C. And what's the one I forgot? Whatever the other one is. Yeah, there it is. And cookie Mar with an uppercase M. For some reason, I can only remember 3 of them at a time. That's just the way it is. Alright, I should probably answer a couple of questions here. What did I miss? There was hundreds of them. Let's go back up. He bought a new hard drive, but he's still having issues rendering to drive. It isn't his system drive. Yeah, it's a weird thing. It might only be an issue with Spelunky, honestly, because it doesn't seem to be a problem with anything else, which is when I was tweeting at like 5 in the morning, I was like, man, I've been rendering this Spelunky episode all night, and I have to keep rendering. It's not working. And then I just copied the file over to my C drive, and then it's pretty much rendered okay. It was still not perfect, actually, but it was better. And basically, it's a recurring issue, but if it's only going to be Spelunky episodes and I just have to copy the file over, I guess I'll deal with it, because what am I going to do? I'm going to just, like, go and return the hard drive I just bought? I spent $100 on that. I don't really have the money, and I don't really want to wait. And then how am I going to record in that meantime? It's just not really going to work. Hey, you like my haircut, thank you. Why did I start YouTubing? Because I had a lot to say, basically. I mean, it's a long story, I guess. I sort of described it the last time I streamed. But it's essentially it is to do with the fact that when I started, I was learning how to do videos in general. I was trying to set up stuff so people could see my Super Meat Boy levels, and then eventually I decided I would do a little bit of Let's Playing. That led to me eventually starting my Indie Impression series, and just been on that from then on. I'll come over and bring you money and be your sugar mama. How's that? That's an interesting thing. What kind of hard drive do I have? The one I just bought is Seagate, 2 terabyte internal drive, 7200 RPM. My main drive, I'm pretty sure, is a Western Digital, and then I have 2 external drives, but I can't render off of external drives. Oh, is Espresso here? Hello, if you are. I didn't see you yet in the chat, but you probably are, because people are saying hey. Oh, that would be, oh. I thought that was spam, and then I remembered actually it's not really spam, it's just the save file for this game, because you can copy and paste that in. To reset cookie clicker and go for the never click achievement. That sounds really boring. Will you make jokes about each subscriber's name? I'm not very good at making jokes, but if something comes to mind, I could. Get my camera placement set up here. Hey Nick, I'm German. Is there a way I can subscribe to you via PayPal, since I've got a different currency? Well, the subscriptions are handled via PayPal as far as I know, or you can pay by those if you'd like. But you don't really, it doesn't really work right, because I think Twitch and Germany are not compatible for some reason. They don't really like the idea of streaming things in Germany, so if you'd like to leave a donation, that's entirely welcomed and optional. But I don't know that there's really a way for me to just give you, like, subscriber privileges. One thing that I do need to do, though, and this is, like, for real, I really need to, like, send this email, like, tonight. I need to check with Twitch about if I can get comp codes, so I can get subscribership to people that have that situation, or, like, even myself, so I can subscribe to my own channel and not have to pay for it. So I don't know if they do that, but there is like a coupon code section when you go to subscribe to people, so I assume that that's what that's for, because why else would it exist, right? Oh, golden cookie. I'm seeing it in the stream preview on OBS, actually, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, if you want to leave a donation, that's, again, totally optional, but it is, of course, very helpful. You know, I should probably, like, provide some entertaining content, though, before you start donating money to me. Will you be doing anything on GTA 5? Will you be doing anything on BTW San Andreas? Favorite game ever? No, probably not, to be honest with you. The GTA situation is a bit of a crapshoot right now. Yes, I am Machinima partner, so they help you out with a few of the issues when it comes to licensed material, but I can't guarantee that this game won't end up being a mess with that. Also, my HD PVR doesn't work, and I don't really want to pay another $200 and buy another one. So, probably not. I do just want to play it, though, for my own sake, because it seems like a pretty exciting game. Will there be any more Dota 2 streams? Yeah, probably. Ego Tree just subscribed. I'm pretty sure Ego Tree subscribed yesterday. Right? I remember seeing that same message before. If I'm mistaken, then my apologies. But thank you regardless if IgoTree did subscribe. What other questions are there? How long did it take to get used to talking to yourself for videos? I want to get into making LPs, the hardest part for me. It took a long time, honestly. I'm a pretty anxious person. I have a lot of self-confidence issues, so for me it was a bit of a slow thing. Probably close to a year before I felt really comfortable. I mean, within a few months, I felt like I had the process down for the most part. Excuse me. But yeah, it's a thing that you got to work at. It takes a lot of practice doing it over and over and over and over again. Probably the more you do it, the more you'll get accustomed. So if you produce daily content, there's a pretty good chance you'll get to it faster. Have I played paintball ever? Not really. No. I'm aware of it being a thing. I think I actually had a paintball gun when I was younger, but I don't think I ever used it to shoot anything aside from like the sides of trees. Not really sure why I had that. I think maybe it was my dad's or something. I just played with it occasionally. So I guess I should probably describe what on earth is Cookie Clicker in case anyone's here that has never seen this before. Number one, I did a video on it. If anyone wants to link that in chat, you're totally welcome to. An indie impressions video, I mean. Where basically I described what it was. But for the short form version, it's essentially a Skinner box. It's a, oh, what's going on my Twitter? Somebody's favoriting all my stuff again. You don't have to do that if you're listening. It's cool. It's fine. It stopped as soon as I said that. I wonder if they heard. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So it's essentially a game that simulates exponential growth of a thing. The cookies are sort of not really necessary for anything. They're just sort of there as a way to demarcate progress. So, you start out with 0 cookies, with 0 cookie production. Every time you click this thing, you would get 1 cookie. You click 15 times, it lets you buy 1 cursor. The cursor lets you start to automate, so you get 1 auto click every 10 seconds. Eventually you get another set of auto clicks, you can buy another one, you eventually earn enough to buy a grandma, and then it all just starts to snowball. It's sort of like Katamari Damacy in text form, text and slight picture form, and there really is no point to it. It's just a silly thing that exists largely to pass time. Ender Blackfisk has just bought me a gift. Thank you very much. I haven't looked at what it is, but I appreciate it. It's a very long game, I don't think that there's really an end to it. You can keep just accumulating more and more cookies, trying to get a higher CPS. And for a while, while we were in the height of Cookie Clicker madness, we were all sort of competing on our CPS rates. I had sort of stopped playing it for a while. Oh, I think I said at one point that I was at 500 million. That is not correct. I'm at 468 million, or, yeah, million. That is a billion for a second. I always had to double take and look at those. Oh, thank you for linking the indie impressions for it. I also did a number of other streams of this game. I've actually got 3 of them, probably about 2.5 to 3 hours of me talking over this game now. At this point, it's become a little silly, but, if this becomes sort of a go-to thing, I don't really mind. It's kind of silly and fun. It's a thing that you can leave on in the background and talk over. They made some kind of change to the orientation of some of these text bubbles because my screen regions didn't match anymore when I went back to it. I actually went and set up a scene in OBS that is like specifically for Cookie Clicker, so I can just click away to it and it'll just be there ready to go. I actually kind of want to fix the S's cut off on the cookies sometimes, so I want to make that a little bit longer in both directions. We should be good. There we go. No, still doesn't quite fit actually. What's up with that? Definitely made it bigger. Oh, I get it. The thing is cut off on the sides because it's just stretched wrong. Never mind. I just need to shorten this. Then I'll stretch it back out. Stretch out your neck. Yeah, that's closer. No. Just grab the edge, man. What are you doing? Everybody keeps saying I can prestige. I'm not aware of being able to do that. I know I can reset my save, and I guess there's like a thing associated with doing that, but I don't really want to. I think that's a lot of time to spend regaining all those cookies. I've reset my save one time, though, and that was to do the video, but I actually saved it in the clipboard or something, or put it in Notepad, and then it didn't feel so bad, because I could just reload it again. I guess you could do the same thing here. I could also probably make this a little smaller, right? Because it's cut off. I could just cut off those fingers at the bottom there. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with making the perfect screen regions for Cookie Clicker. It's really not all that important. But yet, here we are. Yeah, that's probably a little better. Ah, good enough. What other questions do we have? Any game suggestions or general tips for a charity stream? People like games that are like ridiculous, kind of like this actually. So if you wanted to do like this or watch paint dry or Desert Bus, all games that take a long, long time to beat. In fact, Desert Bus I think takes like, I don't know, a lot of like 8 hours in real time or something like that, maybe longer. Seriously, Nick, is that a Gamescom 380 headset? Yes, I've written the stats on this headset as well as my computer stuff in the little space below my video window. So if you'd like, just go down there and check it out. Prestiging isn't worth it for the bonuses, but it does make games afterward much faster. You get a bunch more CPS. Oh, I didn't know it worked like that. When did you realize that you're a badass? I don't know if you're talking to me, probably not. How many achievements do I... Oh yeah, I should probably show off the stats considering I have quite a few things unlocked in here. My upgrades are 86%, 80 out of 93, and my achievements are 74 out of 78. So I'd say I'm fairly far in the progression scheme of things. Shrivel, says Grandma. That's quite a thing to say. Grandma, what are you doing? Will you show the people who haven't seen the game the Grand Matriarchs? If you want to see the Grand Matriarchs, you're going to have to go check out the VOD, which is posted on YouTube. I've actually got that whole progression going on, but I think it would be a little silly at this point for me to just, like, undo all of the money I spent for the Elder Covenant. Otherwise, if I just had to leave it for a half an hour, yeah, I would go ahead and do it. I'm using that exact headset. There you go. It's a good headset. It was a good value for the money. 8 hours, then another 8 hours for the return trip. Yeah, for the Desert Bus thing. Hey Nick, this is the first time I've seen a stream of yours on Twitch TV. This is one of the first times I've ever seen your face or seen you on webcam in the interwebs, and I know you because of NL and NLSS. Seem like a respectable gentleman, so I followed you on Twitch. Thank you very much, ToonFan. That is also greatly appreciated. Anybody who'd like to follow me on Twitch, so you know when I go live next, that actually matters quite a bit. Because basically every time I go live, if people don't know that I'm doing stuff, then nobody will be here, nobody will watch. So, but yeah, I appreciate anybody that's followed. People also like good games. Yeah, that's fair enough, considering I think any of the ones I said probably aren't. Do you like the Rambo movies? Yeah, I think I do. What's my favorite game of all time? Super Metroid, I think, is my safest answer. Also Super Meat Boy. Things that start with Super are usually a safe bet when it comes to me. Have you played Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons? I have not yet. I do have a copy, thanks to Benjamin, who was very generous with his gifting, and I will play it at some point fairly soon, but I have not gotten around to it just yet. So if anyone has Origins, Steam Monsters, trade stuff, or anime, okay. Got this headset for 30 bucks on Amazon. I think I spent 40 on it, but yeah, $30 to $40 is a great price for this headset. I think you'll get a lot of use out of it, hopefully. Oh, you were talking to me about the badass. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. What is your total playtime? How do I see this? Probably in stats, right? Total playtime is... I don't see it anywhere. Am I missing it? Is it at the bottom? No, I don't see it. Probably like 10 hours or something. I'm just totally guessing. I have no real idea at all. Somebody asked if I like gent. Yes, I do. I'm a big fan of some gent music. In fact, Periphery, one of my favorites. Tesseract, I guess you could probably say, is somewhat gent. It's like progressive jazz, or not progressive jazz, progressive metalcore gent, something around there, with a little bit of like spaciness to it. I don't want to get off on a whole music conversation again. We did that last time. But yeah, progressive metal in particular, basically one of my favorite genres. Man, this game has changed. I played it before it got the Prettification update. I gained Infinity Heavenly Chips. That's pretty exciting. Thanks for your response. You're a good dude. Thank you very much. I'm only 2 achievements away. Can I monetize Dark Souls gameplay videos, and what content can I show if I do? It's a very specific question. Well, it depends, I guess, is the answer. If are you on a network? Are you just YouTubing solo? If you're on a network, you can potentially monetize some stuff, not others. Don't show cutscenes for the most part, like at all for anyone really. I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, just be really careful if you're not on a network. Try and think ahead. Don't do anything, to put yourself in jeopardy. Because if you get blacklisted from becoming a partner on YouTube, you're not going to be able to monetize anything at all. So, be careful, ask questions, rather than just take bold action if possible. Hey Nick, is your name Nicolaus? If so, how is it spelled? My name is technically Nicholas, yes, but Nicholas, not Nicolaus, like the German way, I believe. Speaking of headsets, I'm still lost. Question, what's your favorite game of all time? I already answered that. Hey Nick, you're cute. Do you have a girlfriend? No, thank you though. I appreciate that. Maybe someday. Done and done. Check your PM giveaway code there. Thank you, friendy. I will check my PMs as soon as I'm done with the stream. I'm probably going to be putting a bunch of things that have showed up in my PM box lately, like mostly FTL codes. I'm going to put those probably up on indie-impressions.com for people to buy with pixels, which, if you didn't know, pixels are my little invisible currency that I made up. People who hang out on my website, watch videos, and log in occasionally are rewarded with pixels, which you can spend on games and stuff that I put in our forum. So feel free to browse around on there if you haven't already. Nick is the least scummy out of the big three in the NLSS. I hope that doesn't offend you, Nick. I think we use scum as a sort of colloquialism. I don't think anyone really means anything hurtful by it. So no, it doesn't really offend me. And I'm not really sure if to say thank you to that is the right thing, but I will say thank you to the spirit of that. Thank you anyway. Do you like Superman 64? Not particularly. It's not a very good game. It's actually one of the worst games, I think, as far as I'm aware. Thanks for the response. I won't follow anyone that doesn't like Rambo. Okay, that's fair. I like a lot of crazy action movies like that. Commando, Terminator, Predator, Aliens. Actually, Aliens, one of my favorites of all time. Are you excited for the ability to share games on Steam? Yes, I am quite excited, actually. I'm hoping that we can set up that the beta of that real soon, and maybe we can get that done. But then again, I mean, I have mostly all the games I think I really want, so I don't think it would make a big difference. But I am eager to help out my compatriots in the YouTube sphere. If I can share some of my games with them, and that will make a difference to them, then that's all good. Can you paste your save code in the chat? I'd rather not. I think it defeats the point of the game in a way. Not that there is really that much of a point. Have you heard of Homestuck? I have heard of it. I'm not sure I remember what it is, though. I've always wanted a job promoting indies, but I have no idea how to go about it. Found on YouTube through NLL and realized that my dream job is actually a possibility in the future. Well, I'm glad to, help you out if I can as far as advice or anything like that. So yeah, good luck. It's a long road, though, I have to say, and it's definitely a tough road, so stick with it. If it's your passion, and you just, do what you can. Favorite game of all time, I'd say again, probably Super Metroid or Super Meat Boy, things that start with Super. Do you care for Pantera? I have a mixed feeling about Pantera. I think it's, there are some cool things about it, and honestly, when I was getting into metal in general, I think Pantera was somewhat influential, but not in a large degree. How exactly to say this? Like, there are some elements of Pantera that I'm not into. Like, I don't think I like the way they did the guitar solos, but I think some of the song structure was okay. Again, I don't want to get off on a whole music conversation, but yeah, I have a lot of opinions about music, so it's a thing that we could have a whole music day one day if you want. We could just invite music fans over and we can talk about metal music or something. Hey Nick, are you excited for Hearthstone? I've been trying to get a code. It looks really fun. Yeah, I'm also apparently trying to get a code. I don't know if I'm going to get one. We'll see. I don't know if excited is the right word, but I feel like I'm interested in knowing more about it. I kind of want to figure out how to play it, so that's a thing. Bit more of a tech question. I've got a headset with mic and a really cheap separate mic. Both of them, when I talk, have really low sound when I record my voice. I try gain, boost the mic levels, then I get a whole bunch of white noise. Have you run across the same issue? Yeah, when you boost gain, it is absolutely going to pick up more white noise, so you have to do a little bit of correction at times for that. If you're trying to do your audio up against a game, like game commentary, a lot of times people will record their audio separate in a separate channel using Audacity or something if they're using Fraps, or perhaps using something like DxTory or Bandicam where it'll actually record 2-channel audio in the first place. Once you have your audio isolated and you have just your voice, and then you can basically adjust it so the white noise is lowered. It's a little technical, or more so technical than I want to get into necessarily on this, but it is a thing. There are plenty of places that should probably be able to give you tutorials and hints on how to do that more effectively. In fact, I believe Northern Lion actually made a video on his channel somewhere about how to effectively use Audacity to eliminate extra noise, so hopefully you can find that. Sorry I don't have the link off the top of my head or anything. Man, I'd like some of the Gent bands if it weren't for becoming weak lately. Now I'm at Animals as Leaders. You can't go wrong with Animals as Leaders. Really, really crazy good band. I got to see them live. It was a great experience. And I saw them with Tesseract, actually. So, yeah, all good. Just YouTubing solo. Okay, going back to the do I have a network question. Yeah, be really careful then. If you're posting anything, make sure you have written permission. Stick to games that we know 100% are safe to upload if you can. Minecraft, FTL, Binding of Isaac. Stuff by Edmund McMillan really is all safe. Make sure you have approval first, otherwise you're going to get into all kinds of disputes. You may still end up having monetization disputes with YouTube because they're really selective about how they handle it. Best option, if you're still getting new to this, just don't even monetize stuff until you're to a point where you can actually apply for a network partnership. I think that's probably the safest way to go anyway. That's how I try to do things. Plus, it might turn people away from putting ads on things if you're not a very popular channel yet anyway. Golden Cookie. Oh, did I miss one? Sorry, I've been sort of looking all over the place. Alright, thanks. Could you repeat? Nope, that is the last time I'm repeating what my favorite game of all time is. I already said it 2 or 3 times. What is your favorite digit of pi? I like when 6 occurs next to 9, but, you know, that's just me. Do I still want pictures of cats? I always want pictures of cats. I'm never going to turn those away. Rest in peace, Golden Cookie. Sorry, I'm just looking exclusively at the chat like I just said. How old are you again? Like 25? No, I'm actually 28. Not like it really matters, hopefully, but yep, that is how old I am. I'd need to use a video editing program to join the audio with the video. That is correct. Yeah, if you're trying to render directly, like using like Windows Movie Maker or something, or you're just taking the raw file and uploading it, that's definitely going to be hard to do when you have to combine the video and the audio. Are your origins Americam? It was probably just a misspelling there. But yeah, I've been in this part of America my whole life. This part being the upstate-ish, like, or maybe not upstate, but the East Coast. I've been in the East Coast my whole life. What was my first job? What was my first job? Well, I did an apprenticeship over the summer at a recording studio. That was a thing. I don't know if that counts as a job then, but after that I applied to GameStop, and, well, it was EB, Electronics Boutique, turned into EB Games, turned into GameStop. Stayed with them for 7 years. Did that through college full-time, paid my way through it. Finished college, found out I really didn't want to do graphic design anymore. Decided to follow my passion, and now I'm here on YouTube. I think that's the fastest, most concise way of describing my origin story. If you ever watched anime, definitely, as my name may be some sort of a testament to it. You know, RockLeeSmile from Naruto. Definitely enjoyed some anime. Haven't watched a lot of it recently. Some of my favorites, though, Trigun, Gantz, Bleach to a small degree. I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of them. Hey, I'd be your girlfriend, no lie. I'd play games with you all day. Nice thing to say. We should talk then, I guess. I never got the confirmation email about what? Sorry, we need, if you ever write something that's like a very specific issue, just like put the context, because I can't really follow all the different conversations that are going. I'm drawing an Eevee for you, Nick. Thank you. Eevee was a cool Pokemon. Gold Cookie, did I miss another one? Oh my god, I'm so far behind in the chat. If you tell me now, I'm not even going to see it. How about First Blood? I haven't watched that one, no. He's so far back. Have you ever lit yourself on fire? I have not. I've been pretty careful in my my teenage years. I tried not to light myself on fire as best I could. You know, everybody makes some pretty stupid mistakes. I'm sure I've done plenty of stupid things, but lighting myself on fire was not one of them, thankfully. Hey Nick, who is your favorite Doctor Who villain? Oh, that's a good question, actually. Who is my favorite Doctor Who villain? Well, when you say villain, I mean, there's like reoccurring characters and then there's like more minor characters. So, I don't know. I guess probably like the Weeping Angels are probably one of the coolest concepts. They're just like pretty out there, but I think if I probably a better answer than that. The whole experience of watching all of Doctor Who in the last few months has been just a whirlwind experience. This is definitely recommended. If you haven't watched Doctor Who, do it. Netflix is not that expensive for the amount of entertainment you can get out of it, so yeah, there you go. Why don't you have a girl, Nick? You seem like a stand-up guy to me. Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Complicated answer, I suppose. I did. I was actually married, but I'm not anymore, so there's that. Main shooter, try signing up again. Yeah, if you didn't get an email and you tried signing up in the last week, there you go. Just try it again. It's fixed. We had some issues with transferring a server thing on my hosting service, so we sorted that out the other day. Have you ever streamed Super Metroid? I was actually very much considering doing that. One night I was just thinking, why don't I just play through Super Metroid? I haven't played it yet in 2013. I try to do it once a week. Or once a year is what I meant. What's your favorite band, by the way? I think probably Between the Buried and Me, tied with Protest the Hero, both really, really up there in terms of favorites. I really like other bands like Ion Dissonance, The Red Chord, No Consequence. I could come up with a list a mile long if you asked, but I'm going to cut it right there. Number 12 looks like you every time I die. Had to mention those as well. Hey Nick, any advice for life in general? Probably not the person to ask, to be all totally fair. Permission to share a link to tweet in a tweet by NL. Yeah, you can share tweets by Northern Lion if you want. Have you played WoW? Yes, I was actually pretty obsessed with it for a few years. I joined WoW when I was in the what is it, Onyxia Molten Core era, like before the first expansion came out and the level cap was 60. That's when I got into it. I stuck with it until the most recent expansion pack. I did not actually buy. No, actually, I'm sorry, not the most recent. I forgot there's the new Panda one now. I stuck with it until before Cataclysm, and I dropped out since then. Honestly, WoW was such a huge time sink for me that I had to just stop. It was getting in the way of my relationship, for her as well, actually, because she was actually the one that was obsessed with it more so than me. But I got her addicted to it, and then I had to just stop. So I haven't looked back really ever since. I've wondered about like maybe playing it for a minute or two, but I just sort of moved on. Hey Nick, I've got the softwares and want to start my YouTube channel but can't afford new games and can only do some old games. Any tips on how to make those more appealing to other people? Not having money to buy new games really shouldn't affect things. Like, there are so many free games out there, and if you want any proof, and I don't mean this to be a self-serving sort of advertisement here, but if you want it just out of the sake of convenience, go to indie-impressions.com and click all the free games. I think there's over 200 of them there, so I think a lot of them would also not have a problem with you making YouTube videos about their content as well, so you really can't go wrong. There's plenty of stuff. You shouldn't have to worry about paying for games. If you want to stay on the cutting edge, that's one thing, but if you don't mind playing, whatever looks interesting to you, you will find something over there. Do you have any special real-time audio software? I have a potential idea. I don't know if you're talking to me, Espresso. The one thing I do have, though, for the stream is OBS actually has a built-in noise gate. So when I stop talking, it just goes totally silent. You hopefully don't hear my crickets. That was a test. And yeah, it works. It's a pretty cool thing. Golden Cookie? I don't know how old that was from when I said it. Oh, you found the Audacity video from Northern Lion. Good call. I'm trying to skip down a little bit. And I'm trying to avoid any duplicates. Did I try Mirror Moon EP? I have not tried it yet. But I will be trying it very soon. I want to make a video out of that one. Looks really, really good. Oh shit, you're 28 unsub. I thought you all were 25. You look so young for 28. Oh, well. Guess that's just me. I actually thought you were 36. Nope. Have you played or do you have interest in tabletop role-playing games? It's not a thing I really have spent a whole lot of time with, so I can't say that I would be against playing them, but I haven't really played them, and I guess I'm not really super interested in them right now either. But if one, the situation came across in the right way, if, I was drinking with some friends or something, we had a nice night, and we decided let's try out whatever role-playing game, then I would probably play, and I would not feel bad about it. I've never watched Doctor Who. Now that has been said, I guess I'm going to die. No, nope. I mean, you don't have to watch Doctor Who, but I think it's a pretty good show. Uh, you live in New York, right? I live in Western New York. Do you? No. Well, yes, I live in New York, but not Western. Do you like to draw? When I was in college, I did. I stopped though. I realized, like, I thought I was getting better at it, but then like my skills just sort of fell off. Um, yeah, so it's something you really got to keep up with, and I don't think I was exceptional at it anyway, so I didn't really feel like it was a thing I needed to pursue. I was more into the digital manipulation, photoshopping stuff, maybe a little bit of minor web stuff. That was about where my allegiances lied. Do you think people who pirate video games, indie or mainstream, or wrong? My flatmate does it all the time, and I really hate that he does it. He just doesn't care about who it affects. Probably too big of a topic for me to want to take on right at the moment, because I could probably talk about that for 5 hours, and I don't want to neglect the rest of the questions. Can you do YouTube part-time and still make money? Yeah, but it's really hard to do. I mean, if you have a way to, like, balance your time in a way that's effective, go for it. But the ramp up to making any significant amount of money is incredibly slow. And even where I am right now, it's still pretty minimal. So, like, just keep that in perspective. Like, you have to be able to devote a lot of time to it for very little pay. But if you're doing the long term and you want to devote time over, the course of a couple of years, yeah, you could probably make it work. Gantz, excited? Yes, I'm excited about Gantz too. Have you ever tried any hardcore roguelikes such as Dwarf Fortress or Cataclysm? I have not tried either, but I've been told many, many times I need to play Dwarf Fortress. It's a thing I'll probably end up playing on stream at one point. Have you watched Elfen Lied? I assume you watched Gantz, you might have seen it. Yes, I have watched Elfen Lied. I thought it was pretty freaking cool. That was the one that was like super, super violent, right? Like maybe even more violent than Gantz. Goku or Naruto? Tough question. Probably Goku. I think he's way more likable as a character, but they're both a little bit underdeveloped in some ways. You have some upgrades. Oh, and I have a golden cookie over here. Hey, cookie production increased. Yeah, I'll start buying stuff in a minute. Actually, those upgrades that I have right now are not really things I want to buy, so... Ricky Tick just subscribed. Thank you very much for that, Ricky Tick. Greatly appreciated. Have you played Liberal Crime Squad? If not, you must. It is amazing. I have not. If you could maybe tweet that title to me, or like a link or something to me on Twitter, that would be awesome, so I'll remember. I have a terrible, terrible memory. Have you ever lit someone else on fire? No, I haven't actually done a whole lot with fire. Fire's pretty scary to me. I really don't want to burn anything down. Just got second and third degree. Wow. Well, that sucks. Bob Man X, I'm sorry to hear that. Have you played Ken Your Pet? I think I've heard of it. I think I wanted to try it one time, but I didn't yet. Who's your favorite video game boss or antagonist? That's a complicated question, actually. I'm not really sure. You should turn on particles so you can see the background. I have it off just because I often leave this game on in the background and it uses up a bunch of my resources. What's your favorite Pokemon game? Blue? He was married, yes. Why pronounce my name right? I don't think I even tried to, but it's the Toasty Krogan, I believe. I'm pretty sure I didn't actually say it. Whoa, everybody's saying what the fuck? Whoa, shit, didn't know you... Did I just drop a bomb like 10 minutes ago? I'm willing to carry that baggage of you being... Oh god, you are perfect. I love all those bands. Ion Dissonance is amazing. Yes, they are. I really love to see you play through Super Metroid or stream or YouTube vid. Yeah, I was actually a little bit intimidated of doing like a Super Metroid Let's Play formally, like a proper one, because I just don't know that I can carry that game to the degree that it needs to be carried. So doing it on Twitch probably would work just fine. You know, if people were psyched to come watch me play Super Metroid, I'm pretty sure that I could do that. I really need to hurry up through these questions because I'm so far behind. Best life information, brush your teeth. There you go. Pro tip, when people ask you for life tips, just tell them not to do drugs. Alright, I'll try and remember that. Advice for daily uploader to grow his channel. I do tags and all, but my channel's too small for anyone to want to collab. Just stick at it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Whatever it is, try and find a corner of the world that you feel is wholly yours, that you feel somewhat competent in, that you feel some passion for, and just keep at it. Over time, you'll build up a small degree of videos. After those videos have existed for a while, your existence in the YouTube sphere will start to snowball. And even if you don't get a lot of subscribers or viewers from it, the fact that you have a lot of stuff will mean that when you are advertising yourself, people will have a lot of things to look through, eventually, hopefully, finding your way to a bunch more viewers. Things can take off, surprisingly, all of a sudden. Which is like one of the things that happened for me is I have over 1,000 videos that I've made on my channel, and when I got this big old bump from Nerd Cubed, all those people that came over and found my channel, yeah, a bunch of them subscribed right off, but a lot of them searched through my videos and probably, I don't know, what did I get, like 58 or 60,000 views in one day, because everyone was looking through all the backlogs of all the stuff that I have, so that was a really big help to me. So just having a whole bunch of stuff is a pretty nice thing. That's kind of the end of that. Are you excited about the new Terraria? Oh, there's so many things that I missed here. Why do I get Klon every red cookie? Random chance. Cookie clicker the new WoW for you? It might be. Did you twink when you played WoW? What level brackets? No, I didn't. I actually had a main and an alt, and that was it. And I didn't twink. Are you excited for the new Terraria update and or Starbound? Yes, both, actually. I'll probably do something with Terraria again when that comes out. I kind of been longing to play it again. Nick, what's your name? Answered. Oh god, he's so far back. And just emulate NES and SNES games. I don't know if the emulating NES and SNES games is in regard to anything to do with YouTube stuff, but like, be careful with Nintendo stuff. Nintendo's still kind of hardcore with that lately. And banning people and getting people in trouble. What's your favorite Pokemon game? Did I already answer some of these? Literally took 20 minutes to read my message, huh? Thanks for the tip, though. I hear crickets. OBS good for recording, and is it free? Yes, and yes. Like a camel toe for emulators, how does that even work? I don't know what you mean. If you're solo Let's Playing, I suggest Googling Let's Play Friendly Developers Wiki. Also be nice if more people are active there. It's a common cause. I think what I need to do is I need to maybe talk to... he might even have done this already. Simon from the Prospector Man, the indie gold mine dude. Wow, all of a sudden his actual name of his website, Pixel Prospector, I think that's his name. He does all kinds of informational stuff, so it'd be cool if we could make like a, you know, an official, like, these are all the developers that are okay with that, you know, people making that stuff. Oh, I have 69 emails in my inbox right now. That's pretty cool. Could you make it play crickets when the audio cuts out? I'm not actually sure how to do that. General guide, I hear good things, believe it is free. Yes, it is free, quite good. Why won't you love me? I could, maybe. I don't know. I don't know you that well. We need to get to know each other better. Thought you were like 22. Nope, you are mistaken. Problems, all my subs are as small, if not smaller, in channel size. I only have 30 as of now. Keep at it, man. Nice specs, dude. We're almost matched. I kind of want to upgrade again at some point. I want to get another an NVIDIA card, because really the ATI one is just not cutting it. I keep having so many issues. Ever plan on playing Realm of the Mad God? I'd love to play it with you. I do want to play it at some point, but I do not know if I'm planning on it. I think NL randomly sent me Amnesia. Too bad I can't play horror games. Who else lives in Western New York? Doesn't Rob live in New York? Yes, he does, but he lives in New York City. I don't live in the city. I live upstate from there. Check your Twitter. I will check my Twitter at some point. Right now I am just looking at all of this stuff. What happened to Building 7? What a mysterious question. I was around Syracuse? Oh, it's not that far away. Mr. Cookie, life isn't worth living anymore. Take me to J. Smithtown. I really want to go there myself. I hope that I get to go to J. Smithtown in the next 12 months. I want to hang out with Josh a lot. I want Nick to take me to J. Smithtown if you know. Not exactly sure I know what you mean. What did I go to college for? I went to college for, well, I got AS and a BS in visual arts, technically, but I went to school, quote unquote, for graphic design. But, liberal arts degree, so to speak. What's your favorite movie? I'm gonna go with Spirited Away today. I often say Terminator 2 or Aliens, but I think I'm gonna go with the more intellectual answer, which is Spirited Away. Also, emotes are banned, but I'm on an iPad, can't see the rules. I want to use Kappa there. You must be talking about Northern Lion or something. Do you watch Attack on Titan? I do not. I've been told many times to do so. Do you play the old/new XCOM games? Yeah, I actually have a Let's Play on the new XCOM game, and I think I could like the old one. Hey, Austin's here. Hi, Austin. I'm sorry that you got here like 20 minutes ago, and I just finally found your question now. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I think she was in Chile. That was usually where she ended up. Have you played A Dark Room, sort of like Cookie Clicker, has a definite ending? I have not played it. Hi, Nick in chat. Hi, Vashdash. Got 200 coursers. Oh, he's so far back. Golden Cookie, way back. Yeah, I'm not trying to go for golden cookies, I guess. There's a lot of messages to get through. Just be patient. I'm trying my best, guys. I want to go fast. Gotta go fast. I didn't realize he was so far back. Red is better. Sometimes dead is better, but not necessarily. Hello, Meow. I'm a cat. Hi, Yummy Goodney. I like cats. Cats are cool. He's 10 to 20 minutes back in chat. I'd watch you play Super Metroid. By the time you catch up in the chat, it will be a golden cookie on the screen. Have you ever played any of the Penny Arcade and Slick Precipice of Darkness games and did the latter two at best? I have not played any of them, actually. So that's a thing. I should play them at some point. But where in the world was that Dalek? Just tweeted a link to Liberal Crime Squad. Thank you for that. And I live in the same state as totally feasible. Well, I guess we can talk. I don't know what to tell you right now, sorry. The very public situation's a little strange, but, hopefully you understand what I mean. Do you like cats? Yes, I love cats a whole bunch. I would hug all the cats if I could, but, I just can't hug all of them. I just can't hug every cat. My friend once got 1,000 subscribers in 4 days. Next week, he quits making videos, says he'll get the subs back. Yeah, don't do that. You gotta be serious. You gotta be consistent. Actually, serious is not the right word, but maybe that too. Gotta learn to manage time if you're serious about it. Nick, when are you gonna do the Binding of Isaac mirror match with BizSnap, or is it a surprise? Sorry, I haven't actually talked to him about that, so not sure. Interested in X Rebirth? I assume you're talking about Binding of Isaac. Yes. Do you know about that Ouya console? Yes, I know about it. Not really that interested in it, though. One last time, linking to the picture Nick's name in Volgar's credits in case you missed it during... Oh, I actually never did see it. That was a big chance that I just took there, because Yeah, alright, cool, it is there. Thank you for that. It's right here. You probably can't see it very well, but I will keep that tab in the background till later. If you haven't, you should try Chozo Mythos from Yahtzee by Zero Punctuation. It's Lovecrafty and awesome. Yeah, I really like Yahtzee a whole bunch. I would probably play just about anything that he's made. He's a very intelligent guy. He's probably one of the sharper wits that I'm aware of in the industry right now. I tend to agree with him a lot of the time. Despite that he is often a lot more cynical than I come across. I'm actually secretly quite cynical at times. But, that's for private, I guess. Got a backlog of messages... Say, right guy to offer life advice. Don't do drugs. Probably because of 3. NVIDIA Master Race. Okay, well, I don't necessarily disagree. Wow, the chat's going so fast. I'm still trying to read through it, and I still can't catch up. Roman Mad God went horribly pay to win a while ago. That's really depressing to hear. Hello, this is a message from the future. How are things in the past? We've invented hoverboards. I think you like them. I've always wanted a hoverboard. Why didn't you save Building 7? It's so mysterious. Up, down, all around. You said you have sub-only games. How does that work? I start a game and just show up. Well, it'll be one of two ways. I'll either announce the stream in advance. I did one so far, so I'm still totally new to this. But I did a Magic game, and I had people come by and hang out. And basically, it was just whoever wanted to join the game that's a subscriber was allowed in, provided, first come, first serve. It ended up being that out of the whole 3 or whatever games, I think it was just 3 games that I played, there ended up only being about 5 people that wanted to play. But it was also Magic 2014. Not everybody has that. I understand that's a thing. So, it'll probably be a different game next time. Maybe I'll play Dota or some free game. Probably is a good idea. The other option will be that I might announce in the middle of the night, some random time, or maybe in the middle of the afternoon, I don't really know, that I'm playing X game, and if subscribers want to come join me, then go ahead, and then it's until the room fills up, and then, we'll rotate out or something like that. So, I want to make sure that there are opportunities if possible. But I don't think I can be quite as dedicated to guaranteeing, fairness as probably Northern Lion is. So I will try my best, though. I'm not saying I'm not going to try. Thanks for reading my offer for J. Smithtown. We can go together. That sounds sweet. I would go. Invites to join is an ambiguous term. You understand what I mean. Turn on the clock to tell us when you get to milestones how far back you are. I don't know. Good, my son isn't here. He's a huge Spirited Away fan as well. Yeah, anything by Studio Ghibli is all pretty freaking good. My cat is a tabby. What's your favorite breed? I'm a little bit biased when I say it because Maru is basically the coolest cat I know of. But, well, I like Russian Blues because that's what I have right now. But I also like Scottish Folds. They're pretty freaking cool. Best TV series ever? There's a definitive answer to that I'm not thinking of right now. If I think of it, I'll let you know. I know I've logged that information in my mind somewhere at one point. If you take indie impressions ideas, could you try Legend of Dungeon? Guess what? I did. I actually have it already on my channel, but I need to make a newer video because they're finally coming out on Steam, so I want to cover that again. So I really like Robot Loves Kitty, one of the few developers I got to actually meet in person at PAX. Both very lovely people, and both excellent people as far as promoting indie games in general. I've actually seen they did a special stream to help promote a bunch of games on Greenlight. I was on that, and they're nice. I like them a whole bunch. You're talking about how I'm a betting man. I'm assuming that's the part where I clicked open the image. Yeah, that could have been a real disaster for me. That was really dumb. I should really have not done that. What's your guys' estimate on how many multiples of 3 you passed in Cookie Clicker career? Too much green, need more blue. Watch out for sexual predators, fake women. Fair enough. What's your next sub-only game you think about doing? Can you choose a game that's cross-platform for Mac and Windows? Would like to join someday. A good idea for me to do would be to make it be a browser game, so that way everybody can play and it's not something that we're worried about. Okay, I'm out. Nick, by the time you see this, will have been gone for an hour. No jokes. You keep awesome. Keep going. Thank you very much, Al Capone 25. I'm sorry you're long gone by now, but I tried. What does Mike Fox say? Ding 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 dong, da ding 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 da ding dong. That's what Mike Fox says. It's 3 a.m. over here. I'm up this late just to hang out with you, Nick. Thank you for being here, Alan Dirtbag. You're not such a dirtbag, of course. Go Squirtle, go Charmander, go Bulbasaur. Do you know Foster Daz, John Kitten? I don't know what that says. Spend all your cookies on time machines. I should probably spend some cookies in a moment. I haven't looked at the actual game in quite a while. As of me pressing it, I just read my message about you being in the past. Wow. Message sent at something 59. It is something 03 right now. There you go. So I'm like 4 minutes behind. I think you missed my Mar. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I might have skipped over something important. Anything that's really important, just tweet it at me if you can't, or if you haven't already. At RockLeeSmile. I'm skipping down. Looks like a lot of things I don't need to read. I'm not the only. Oh, no, that's cool, Guilty Cats. Don't worry about it. Just being here is awesome of you to do at all. What's your take on barbecue chicken pizza? Awesome. Love to eat it. Oh my god, I have a Russian blue as well. Wow. What are the odds? Unfortunately, gotta go to bed. Thanks for reading out a couple of my comments, Nick. Catch you later. Alright, good night, Dark Fate. Another cookie, another loss. Rip in peace. Have you watched Arrested Development? I have not. I need to, though. Have you played the game Ancient Domains of Mystery? Nope. Not actually sure I've ever heard of it, actually. Say actually a few more times, right? What's your opinion on Kingdom Hearts 3? Don't really have one. Wasn't really that interested in Kingdom Hearts 2, although I tried it. I did finish Kingdom Hearts 1. Wish you had more time to your son. Just give me more info to go into J. Smith Town. There's a map somewhere on Google Maps that somebody made about how to get to J. Smith Town. You start by going up, and then I think you gotta go back down, and then you go all around, and then you should be at J. Smith Town. You gotta start in the right place, though, otherwise it doesn't work. What actually happened to Michael A.L. Fox? He works a lot, mostly. He's got a full-time job, and he hasn't been able to do as much YouTubing, unfortunately, but he's a good guy, and I miss him, and I hope he comes back and hangs out more with us. I actually did a little stream with Doxy the other day, and he came by. That was like by the other day, I mean like 4 days ago or something. So you should be able to see that. It was a lot of fun, actually. He took a break for YouTube because of his job. He actually has still uploaded a couple of things. He's still doing occasional Spelunky videos, I think. Have you played Frog Fractions? Yes, I've played it all the way through. I've also made a video on it. I suggest him do a fan caller or booty back that ass ops to... Okay. Gotta go sleep, thanks for the giggles. No problem. Good night, AnnieDude98. Making quick progress. I'm trying my best. I'm so sorry I said next week for cookies is kind of stupid and disrespectful this week. Huh? Oh, I don't know what that means. Frog Fractions is the shit. It's a very cool game. Check your Twitter. I showed you my cat. Very nice, I will. Is it true GameStop kept video game consoles in bathroom to sell to their customers? Very likely that is the case, yeah. I mean, when my GameStop, well, it used to be Electronics Boutique, when I actually had a bathroom in that facility, because when we changed stores, we actually did no longer have a bathroom, but we did store certain things in the bathroom because we had nowhere near as much backroom space as we needed to keep all the stock that they had us keeping, and they just kept sending us more and more and more and more and more and more. And there was no staging area for boxes, so we just had the UPS guy deliver them into our back room that was already full, and eventually we just had to put things in the bathroom. So not necessarily the GameStop employees' fault, most likely upper management's fault. But that is the story, and it is quite possible that they may have had, toilet Dreamcasts or something. Maybe they were keeping them next to the toilet. You're getting some splash. It's not a nice thing to talk about. It's pretty ugly, actually, but could be a reality for you. So wipe down your consoles if you get them. They should be in boxes, I'm just saying. Wipe them down anyway. Probably don't touch the box with your hands, like use the bag or something. Okay, Ancient Domains of Mystery, one of the oldest roguelikes I know of, just recently got a huge graphical update, so it isn't in ASCII anymore. Oh, I might want to check that out then. Oh, hi, Gold Cookie. Oh, bye, Gold Cookie. Sorry about that. Oh, fuck, he's catching up. I'm trying. Are you a Resident Evil fan? If so, do you prefer the zombies or the not zombies? I would consider myself a half and half Resident Evil fan. I liked Resident Evil 1, 2, and potentially maybe 3. 4 was okay in a different way, though, and 5 and 6, well, I beat 5, didn't really like it very much. 6 sort of just lost me, I didn't even play it. Yeah, I really enjoyed the first Resident Evil the most. I liked the remake on GameCube, I thought it was an excellent job. I consider myself a fan in the first half of the Resident Evil universe, and once we got to not zombies, less a fan there. Timelines are about to meet up, prepare for the bang. I'm trying to make it happen. Megabyte Punch released recently, and I noticed the last time I covered it was in beta. Do you plan on recovering it? In a perfect world, I'd like to recover every game, but I can't really make any promises. But Megabyte Punch was somewhat exceptional. I recommend Duty Calls the Combi for the Storm, a great and hilarious game. Fair enough. Stop him, he cannot figure out our secrets. Super important question time. Can someone tell me what NLSS's You Won't Even Be Matter is a reference to? Nope, can't do it. Can't take the suggestion as joking away setting free weekend Call of Duty Black Ops 2 free weekend sub game if I don't know that I can necessarily stream it and play that game, actually. I don't have good enough bandwidth. Also, it looks like garbage when I play first-person shooter games. I really like games like this where they're basically a static screen because it means that my bitrate is good enough that it's not going to look that bad. Oh, I see a golden cookie. I got it, too. Nick, you mentioned before that you play guitar. Were you ever in any bands or make any recordings? You were in luck. You picked the perfect day to ask that question because just last night, I posted this on Twitter, my SoundCloud, I actually had put a whole bunch of information and songs from my past many bands. I've had about 5 of them in my past. Put a whole assortment of music over there. So if anyone wants to link my SoundCloud, feel free. Go peruse all of the music. A lot of it's sort of hardcore, though, so if you're not into heavy music, you might not enjoy it. But there's also, if you look in like the other stuff area, there's a bunch of acoustic and stuff too. So there's all sorts of different things, as well as electronica of a sort. I have 2 full albums that I've made of electronica, which I actually sold for a while when I was in high school, and I thought that was kind of a cool thing to make a few dollars. But, you know, at this point, not really selling it. Just go listen if you want. I'm not a musician. Don't really pretend to be. Hey, Nick, got my first job at GameStop. Any tips for me? Try not to get jaded. Work hard. If people don't follow the rules, be frustrated with joining in. I think that's the better thing. Try and, you know, play by the book if you can. Oh, man. What if he gets ahead of the chat? It'll be a horrible day. I got a new job as a bilingual customer service rep. Are you proud of me? Wow, if you can do that, then props. That's a pretty serious job, actually, and it probably pays well, I would imagine. Being bilingual usually gives you a big bonus. So, props on that. That's a pretty sweet thing to do. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot even. How long have you been playing? I don't know. The thing says I've been streaming for 3 hours, but I've also had the Northern Lion Super Show on the same thing. Well, without opening a massive can of worms here, do you get sick of seeing COD being slated by everyone and being the buck of all YouTube comments? Yeah, a little bit. Same with Minecraft, but it doesn't mean I hate them or anything. Is that 7 trillion clicks? It's a lot of clicks. What game gave you that idea? Video games can be artistic. For me, it was Shadow of the Colossus. Not really sure, actually, if there was a definitive game that made me think that. 7 trillion cookies. Yeah, I'll call that. Is true. Oh, another golden cookie. Lucky. Blaze Blue or Mortal Kombat? Absolutely Blaze Blue, but I like Mortal Kombat as well. You won't even be matter. Quote from Men in Black 1, the bug says doesn't matter, and if you... Yeah, there you go. We're not hosting an intergalactic kegger here. Guitarist, I play 4-string bass / upright. Well, you may be happy to know I actually started playing on bass, and it was only fairly recently, well, maybe fairly recently is not really the correct thing to say anymore, but in the last 5 years that I started playing, like, 6-string guitar more seriously. I actually have a couple of bass. I have a Spectre and a Dan Electro, and I like them both. Play oboe? Yeah, you talk to Kate. She's an oboe player. It's Northern Lion's girlfriend. Actually has a SoundCloud. He does? Wow, it's news to me too. What is on there, I wonder? First song is McDonald's rap. Yeah, there you go. There's the silliest thing of all. Go to the sets part though on my SoundCloud so you can see all of them grouped properly, because they're actually, a lot of them are sorted as albums, so you can hear the progression of the songs if you'd like. Is YouTube your full-time job now? Yes, it is. How many games do you have in your Steam library? Too many. I don't want to give out the exact number. Do you play sports, Nick? I played baseball in high school. I did wushu when I was a little kid. Don't really play sports, though. I actually really need exercise real bad. Jesus, Nick, you got a lot of stuff on your SoundCloud. That's like probably barely half of it, too. I have a lot more. You love the grindcore. Wow. Well, thank you for that. That's a big compliment, because I didn't really expect anyone to enjoy it. What do you think makes certain indie games gain such cult followings and others just fade into relative obscurity? I think it's the culture around them, when people really swarm around them and there's enough to grab onto. Stuff like Binding of Isaac. Really long legs to that game, you know? It's randomly generated. There's a lot of really niche stuff to learn about it. You can specialize in it. You can learn very specific information. You can become a biz snap, so to speak. Not gonna catch up unless he skips questions. I mean, have you ever heard of an anime called Sunday Without God? No, I have not. What's wushu? Type of martial arts. Best anime is Darker Than Black and Full Metal Alchemist. I have watched Full Metal Alchemist. Have you ever heard a racist bassist or bummer drummer in your band? Nope. Well, I was the bassist in my first band, and really that was the only time I've been in a band with other people. All the other bands are just me. And my drummer was super awesome, so yeah, no complaints there. Swimming is a good way, easy way to exercise. I don't really have a good way to swim around here. Being in upstate, there's not really a place I can go to swim unless I go in a stream, and unless it's in 90 degrees, I don't really want to. Screaming like Fall of Troy, an 8-bit tune, so strange, but I like it. Oh my god, you compared me to Fall of Troy. That is the biggest compliment. I can't believe you've actually said that. That's huge. Thank you so much for saying that. Did you ever hear about the River City Ransom sequel? Nope. Well, it's time for me to jump out for the night. Well, good night, main shooter. Any good Metroidvanias you guys can recommend? Also, good GBA emulators. I'd have to do some research on GBA emulators, but there are good ones out there. As far as Metroidvanias, if you look around, there's actually a blog that only has Metroidvanias on it, and I recommend you go find that. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of it. Google for Metroidvania blog or something and see if it pops up, or check out Pixel Prospector. You might have it on there as well. Nick, if you're a sports fan, do you like any specific teams? I'm fortunate enough to be a Jets fan. Not really a big enough sports fan to really have any teams that I follow. Back to the guitar lessons. I'll teach you to play saxophone if you teach me how to play /Dougie. That would be cool to learn how to play saxophone. I would like that. But I really don't know how to Dougie. Like a real... You read Fist of the North Star or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I haven't either, actually. Haha, all our streams come from the Adirondacks. Yeah, freezing cold. Sounds really weird, but Gold Gym game for Wii is a really good workout. I'd probably really just, I'd rather just, go jogging or something, but I live on sort of a mountain, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. If I go down, from where my house is, getting back up anywhere means that I'm going to be absolutely dead by the end of it. So that's why, I would bike ride, because I love riding bikes, but I just don't really have a good way to do it unless I, put my bike in my car and drive to a park, which the only park I know of is, a half an hour away, so, yeah, I don't know. Any plans to make a scenario where learning to Dougie is absolutely essential? Have you and Scum Crew ever considered streaming Cry of Fear? Nope, we don't really do a lot of horror games. I've just done a couple lately. I feel if you're in the Matrix, you would be our operator, Nick. I guess thank you. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but... I mean, I know what the Matrix and the operator means, but how to put that in terms of me. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, yes. High five, awesome. Really, mostly any of those Metroidvania-esque Castlevanias are huge on my list. Dawn of Sorrow, any of those, really. Aria of Sorrow. Visual Boy Advance probably is the good one. Dust and Elysian Tale. Yep, I need to make a video of that very soon. What would an anime that you made be about? I don't know, but that involves too much opining and would probably make me miss a lot of questions, unfortunately. Josh, I mean, Nick Smith, OTI, wait, you read these jokes, you'll make me cry. If you had to choose between X-ray vision or reading thoughts, which would you choose? I don't know, it kind of gives me a OP life advantage. I think if I was reading thoughts, having anxiety the way I do, I would probably end up really miserable. So I would probably pick X-ray vision by default, but then people are just going to say I'm a pervert or something. I don't know. Not really a good answer that makes you not seem like a scumbag either way. Can you show us how many heaven chips you have? I'm not sure what that means, but I'll show you whatever you want to see in a second. If you're enjoying the stream... Oh, that's Moobot, and I typed that, so I'm reading my own thing. If you're a character from an anime, who would you be? Don't know. Favorite sitcom? I watch a lot of sitcoms. What's your favorite movie, video game adaptation? Probably Silent Hill, but just barely. There aren't a lot of good ones, in my opinion. Earth, water, air, or fire? Well, if I get to be anything like Aang, I guess air, but water? Probably? You gotta be a scumbag to be fire, so... I mean, I'm totally just adapting from Avatar here. Do you have a favorite subreddit? Our indie gaming, because I post there, every day. BRB getting some ice cream. Hey, Emerson, I didn't even know you were here. Favorite superhero? This comes up often, actually. I used to really like Gambit and Cyclops, but I don't know that that still applies, and I really don't know that I have a favorite superhero. Maybe Iron Man, just because I really like the way he was represented in the movies lately. It depends, can you control the X-ray or mind reading? Yeah, really. Mortal Kombat, best video game adaptation. Been to Japan, do you want to travel? Yeah, I'd love to see Japan. I would like to travel, but I'm also an anxiety-ridden wreck, so like I would need to be with someone to be able to do that. But I do want to do stuff like that, and I couldn't do it by myself. We could replace salt shakers with vials of H2SO4. You know, watch the new episodes of Korra. Actually, I really need to do that, yeah. But I'm way behind on really watching much of anything other than Doctor Who lately. Anyone see the DBZ adaptation? Saddest thing in the world. It should time everyone out for 1 second, but I believe you hit global time and get kicked yourself. I think that happened, yeah, to somebody at one point. What's your least favorite game of all time? I don't know. Sorry, I'm just totally skipping questions that don't immediately come to mind. Favorite item on the Binding of Isaac? Brimstone, technology, both good. Here we go with the meth talk again. Don't talk about meth, please. Basically, a random number generator, but the only number I can generate is 69. That's a good way to be, I would say. Divine Comedy or Dr. Faustus? Divine Comedy. If you had to choose any video game to be turned into a movie, what would you choose? Something really confusing and esoteric, just to mess with the movie maker. What was your first car? Did you pay for it? With what job? With the GameStop job, it was a... Man, I can't even remember now. Ford Escort, station wagon, 4-door, Aquamarine. I've had a number of blue-green cars, actually. I've had a total of 3 cars. After that one, I had a Mercury Sable, and now I have a Dodge Stratus. And I paid for all of them. Water is the objective answer when you pick between the 4 elements because of blood bending. Everything else just bad in comparison. Sweet, I picked the right one by accident. New Korra is tomorrow, and all book 1 is on Nick's site if you want to catch up. It's on my site? Oh, somebody probably linked it somewhere. Excited for Sherlock Season 3? I haven't watched Sherlock at all, so I guess not. Have you ever played DDR? Yeah, I was a little into it, actually, for a while. I had one of those fancy ignition pads that I paid $100 for. I thought it was great exercise, actually, and I was a little obsessed with it, because I have a propensity to play rhythmy games, sort of Guitar Hero stuff. So yeah, I mean, DDR is pretty good, actually. I don't really have any problems playing it. I just got a rip on the pad, and then, PS2 stopped being a thing, and I never really bought a new one, so that was sort of the end of that. And then I just started playing Guitar Hero and Rock Band obsessively. Uh, What do you think about IT work? Do you think you could ever do IT stuff for people? Actually, that was an option that I was considering when I was going to college. It was either going for art, some sort of computer generated general world of thinking, or art, music, or that. And I chose art. And as it turns out, I don't know, maybe the IT thing would have been the better choice, but I think it got me here, so we're good, I think. Provided things keep going, we're going to be in a good place. I had a different... Wait, you had the same car as me, too? We've both had Ford S car... Oh my god. This is really silly. The new Avatar isn't good. It fills the I'm not even lying. Hope Corey gets better. Yeah, I doubt you are. I mean, I have pictures of mine and stuff, so... Mine, the axle broke just like randomly as I was just driving, and then I just almost got in like a head-on collision. That was pretty shitty. Thankfully, a state trooper was able to get me to a safe place, and then we were good from there. What was your first console? Probably an Atari ST. I was like 3. My parents bought it. I guess that counts as mine. Do you speak any German? Well, if you mean do I speak any German, I would say ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, but it's pretty awful at this point. Yeah, I did take German all through high school. I took like 4 years of it, so for a while I thought I could actually carry on a conversation in German. I don't think I can pull that off anymore. Hey, look, a gold cookie. First game you ever played for me was a Wing Commander. Again, don't really remember exactly. Probably like Pole Position, Frogger, Pac-Man, Asteroids, Adventure, one of those types of things. Combat, maybe. Fishing. Oh, I was a big fishing fan. Do you make any notes of these questions? Nope. Took 4 years of German as well. I wasn't fully expecting it to be snowed. Hex to say that. Do you like Tegan and Sarah? Sarah Quinn did a good cover. Still Alive from Portal, it's on YouTube. I don't know that I like them. I don't know that I don't like them, but yeah, I just haven't really listened. He speaks a little German. Good year of German. How do you get gold cookies? They just show up randomly. I didn't learn to read Russian though. Yeah, that was really out of necessity. I took a semester of Russian in college because my wife was originally Russian and her parents spoke Russian. So I wanted to be able to talk to them, at least in some sort of prospect. But, that didn't really happen. So, yeah, it didn't really matter. So I thought it was kind of a cool thing, though, that I could read some Cyrillic at least. And it's not a thing that everybody can do, I guess. And honestly, just if you just want to read it, it's not all that hard to figure out. But, it took me 6 months anyway, because I'm not all that smart at that kind of thing. Vigade Steer just got back from a year in Germany. Of course, still pretty good. Awesome. Es geht mir gut. When I say something, it becomes a conversation 2 minutes later. I'm almost caught up, right? I mean, I'm getting there. Did you see Nerd Cubed Cookie Clicker vid? Yes, I did. We actually both put up Cookie Clicker stuff around the same time. Total coincidence, I think. Her parents spoke Russia. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Brain fried. I've been speaking in public for many hours now. Last Grey Wolf just subscribed. Thank you, Austin. That's really awesome of you to do that. I have to animate, but I'll be listening and tuning in once in a while. Thanks, Emerson. Yeah, I know I get the Russian mail order bride thing a lot. Really isn't a cool thing to say. But no, she was not. Her parents left her here and then moved back to Russia, so she was more abandoned than anything else. Not really things we need to talk about. So, I'm thinking of doing some live streaming. Got any info that could help? Get OBS. Just start with OBS. Don't bother starting with Wirecast and then moving to XSplit like I did. It was a lot of wasted time. Do you speak Spanish? Nope. Not at all. I can barely count even. I got a thingy. Yes, you did. You got a Mar. And now you can eggplant like a pro. The train has sailed. And I don't remember the date. Welcome, Austin. Don't speak Russian. Russian speaks you. Who are the Patriots? Buy something, you scumbag. Austin subbed. Escape me Schlecht. Why? I don't want you to be Schlecht. YOLO Nix really is super hard, different alphabet. Yeah, it's got 36 characters to it. It's pretty wild, actually. But it's, there were certain parts of it that I never mastered, like the soft sound. When I'd see that in a word, I would just sort of pretend it wasn't there. What's in the box? 51 just subscribed. Thank you so much. And I still wonder what is in the box, but I have a good idea, because I've heard the song by Justin Timberlake. I don't know if there's a hole in the box, but there probably is. You're gonna head to bed too early. Thank you for being here, Ender Blackfist. You're a good guy, as always. See you later. Wirecast, you paid for that. Was it good? No, I didn't pay for it. I just got the free Machinima Partner Edition or something like that. There was some way that I got a trial or some kind of gimped version. Yep, you can eggplant, Austin. You can eggplant, you can cookie, you can mar, and you can RockSmile. They all start with rock. Somebody will put the list there. I need to make a little thing that mods can trigger that just puts the list of how you write those for new subscribers. I'll do that probably tonight or tomorrow. Where did your little mascot come from? A doodle, essentially. It's been a while since you been DC'd. Is your connection fixed? The DCing has been mostly just arbitrary crashes of my computer stuff. What happened to your wife? She moved away and started a new life in another place. So that's that. I use OBS myself. I did have XSplit Premium for a while until I found out OBS is so much better of a sound codec for it. So the fact that you don't have to pay for it is even better. Okay, they do the prefix thing now. There you go. You got the eggplant down. Say my username, please, and buy something, or I'll pull on your cock ring. Wow. Elite Mustang is your username. I'll buy something. I'll buy a time machine. There you go. Bought a time machine. You don't have to pull on anything now. Is the cat alive? Are you talking about Schrodinger's cat or Schrodinger's? I'm never sure how to say that properly. Or do you mean my cat? Because my cat is still alive. Oh, maybe both, though. Yeah, there it is. There's the reference. Thank you, I'm Coma. I need to make that automated for you. Delic, you're slacking. No, you're not slacking. Everybody's fine. I think it salivates when you ring a bell. People who don't speak German native sound so soft, strange to hear. May I ask, how many cookies does a cookie clicker click if a cookie could click clickies? Oh, no, I just totally made up those last words. Twitch complains if I use anything over 160 kbs, though. Goddamn, that's a lot of cookies. I couldn't eat them all myself. I would share them with you guys. I literally just tried to click Nick's golden cookie. I'm addicted. Yeah, it's happened to me too. I've clicked it on the preview window. It's not pleasant when that happens. I'm hungry. What should I eat, Nick? Have a bratwurst. Those are good. I think he's almost completely caught up. We should all stop talking so Nick can catch up. So how long do you plan to keep going? Cookie clicker? Not that much longer. Do you like mac and cheese? I make chicken wing mac and cheese. It's amazing. It sounds awesome. I love bacon mac and cheese also with little like bits in it. Yum. Cookies. Yeah, that's not a thing. Can you dance if you want to? Can you leave your friends behind? I have done. Well, I've done one of maybe both of those things, given on certain life situations. Raise your cookies, you could do that if you want, I guess. Save a cookie, save the world. It's a Heroes reference, by the way. If you had this many cookies, what would you do with them? Probably get diabetes or something. How many chips do you have? Bratwurst, home food of Wisconsin. Oh, I don't have any bratwurst. Well, sorry. Do you feel like you slowly get worse at Spelunky because you keep dying early and you used to go to hell several times a day? You're probably just getting frustrated. I'm hungry as well. That's the other thing. I'm having trouble now reading because I've just been staring at the screen for I don't know how many hours. Going to sleep. Nice stream. Nice night, everybody. What's your opinion of New Zealand? Cool. Nothing wrong with it. I don't really know much about it, but I've known a couple of people that are very nice that are from New Zealand, so I guess that's my frame of reference. Have you ever played Fallout? I've played Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Did not really play the originals, although I was born around the time that they were popular, or I was playing games around the time they were popular. I just never got really around to playing them, and then they were moved on to other things. But yeah, I like Fallout. It's a cool thing. What was your worst experience at GameStop? Probably when somebody traded in an Xbox 360 that was infested with roaches, and one of the game advisors took it without me knowing in trade when I was like not watching or on lunch or something. And then like a week later, our whole back room was infested with cockroaches, and they were coming out of an Xbox. So then we had to get the exterminator, and then we had to cover the whole thing in tape, and then we had to put it in a box and ship it to our home office filled with cockroaches. It was really awful. One of the worst experiences. I've had others, like I've had horrible fights with customers and stuff, which were really awkward. But we'll do another stream about GameStop one time. I've already done sort of one. I could go for a beer. Do you drink? I drink socially, I suppose. I drink beer occasionally, but I don't really drink hardcore or anything. No. I have no problem, drinking an okay amount, but I don't. I'm pretty skinny, as you can probably tell. I'm a thin guy, so I don't take very well to drinking lots of alcohol. So, like 3 beers in an hour, and I'm pretty much good. So I don't even do that. I just have like one beer usually, maybe two at most. You like Fallout 3 or New Vegas better? I like Fallout 3 better. I played every single thing there was to see in Fallout 3. I was really hooked on it for a while. I'm not going to answer questions about politics. It's just not a good idea for someone who does a gaming channel to talk about politics. It's just not really relevant. And basically every time I do it, it results in someone I care about wanting to fight with me, so I'm just not going to. That's the same thing for Twitter. I'm just going to, like, if I accidentally tweet about something political, just be like, hey, Nick, delete that. I'll probably do it if it's controversial. Yeah, I just don't want to get into that stuff. Thank you for owning your anxiety. It's really inspiring, comforting to see somebody dealing with that and doing the awesome YouTube thing. YouTube is terrifying me. You're awesome. Thank you very much, Batfish. It's honestly a thing that I was pretty scared to actually do in basically every respect. Like, I didn't want to talk about my anxiety. I didn't really want to bring it up. I didn't really want it to be a thing that I mentioned to the public. But now, I think it's the right thing to do. Because really, I think I'm hopefully getting to the part where might be getting better a little bit anyway. I think public speaking has made a huge difference. And having built sort of an identity for myself that, like, here's me, here, you know who I am roughly a little bit, you're maybe not going to judge me quite as much, I feel a little bit more at ease. But yeah, it was a pretty severe social anxiety that I had for a while. I didn't really, talk to too many people. I was just kind of me in my room being depressed about stuff. So YouTube really helped me a lot with that. So for someone who is also struggling with a similar thing, provided you are comfortable enough with making that style of a decision, I would recommend it if it's for you. I mean, you have to feel comfortable to do it. Don't force yourself or anything. But it's certainly been a big deal for me in my life, and I think it's made a big positive difference for me. Especially having a lot of people that have been really supportive and wonderful around me has made a huge difference as well. You're losing progress. Read faster. I'm trying. What's in your chicken salad? Not celery. Just can't keep up with hashtag cool chat. It's true. There's a lot of cool going on. I'm just glad there's no bears. Buy the Diablo 3 logo, Nick. I don't know what that means, but I did like that logo. It was a pretty cool logo. I'm done for now. Good night. Good night, Northern Rock OTI. Aw, Alan Dirtbag. You're so not a dirtbag. Why does it say that? Your video about why indie games were so important to you on YouTube is a video that made me want to follow you and subscribe and stuff, so it's good to share some personal stuff. Yeah, I guess. It's probably true, and that was just a moment of me, like, feeling really vulnerable and worried about what happens when I put this thing up. And thankfully, really cool people and supportive people found it instead of people who just wanted to tear me down, and if things went the other way, that might have been a big mistake to have done that. So I got lucky, so it's weird, like, you got to keep in mind that whatever you do, there are going to be people that want to make you feel miserable and want to make you upset. Alright, good night, Austin. I'm just sort of glancing at the bottom here. But yeah, it's a thing that I'm aware of, and I'm aware that at any moment, if I say a certain thing that is not necessarily something that is necessarily reflective of me as a person, but maybe I just made a mistake and said something stupid, all of a sudden a lot of people that were supportive of me a minute ago could all of a sudden not be supportive of me anyway, or anymore. Yeah, that's just a thing you kind of have to deal with. You have to have some sort of thick skin, which as a person with anxiety, I don't, but I've sort of learned to distance myself from some of the criticism. And thankfully, the amount of people that are supportive, in my case anyway, has been greatly outpacing the people who are not supportive. But still, as people have said, and especially Ryan has said on the stream or in various places actually, like, one negative comment can easily offset 100 positive ones. So, it's hard, but it's just the way it is. We're on the internet, man. Everybody's going to have their own opinions. Opinions are like assholes, as they say. Have you played Legend of Dungeon? If so, what are your first impressions? You should catch my first impressions on my Indie Impressions episode of Legend of Dungeon. So just the answer to both of your questions. Did any of you guys watch Saving Progress? If so, do you know any really funny parts / episodes? Hard to just memorize that stuff, Emerson, but yeah, I personally did. I listened to all of them. I really enjoyed Saving Progress. I hope they maybe can do that again. I miss having Fox around on that stuff. He's a very funny guy. At least there's a small portion of the internet that is supportive. Yeah, I feel like you guys are like all of them. That was pretty awesome. What are your opinion on Dungeons of Dreadmore? I don't think I ever did a video on that, but I think it's a pretty cool game. Didn't dislike it at all. You take negative, flip them around into positive. It's a good life lesson, yep. Oh, everybody's being so nice. Thank you. What I hope is if I can achieve any modicum of success, I could just hopefully pass some of the positivity that's been shown to me on to others, and I just want to continue, bringing hopefully bringing entertainment to people, being sort of informative and analytical in my content, helping to expose more indie games, and just trying to make a lot of people happy. You know, that's what it's about. We're all playing games here. It's not like we're doing the most serious thing in the world, but there is a lot of, there's a lot of people that are wrapped into this. And I want to, give back some of the support that's been given to me. Is it possible to die from too much candy corn? I would assume so, yes. And my chat seems like it has died all of a sudden. I'm not sure what that's about. It's reconnecting in 0 seconds. Oh, wow, there's still 250 people here almost. That's pretty wild. I've been talking for an hour and a half. Basically non-stop, too, which is pretty crazy. Looks like everybody is probably running out of things to ask. So, if you want to ask about the game for a moment, we could do that. What should I buy? Do you want me to buy anything? Well, to buy the next thing, I need like a bajillion zillion cookies, so I guess we're not going to probably do that. Aren't you thirsty? Yeah, I'm pretty thirsty. I actually probably should wrap things up in a little bit and go get some food and drink and then try and like record some stuff, because I have to do that as well. Actually, I have to record an episode of Magic for tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday and I don't even have one. So, yeah. No, I don't want to turn on the Graham Apocalypse, because then I have to spend a ton of money to make it go away again. I think I'll just buy a bunch of time machines, and then we'll just call it a day. So there's 1, 2, 3... and there goes all the cookies down the drain. Ta-da! All the money's gone. Or all the cookies are gone anyway. Now I'm making almost 20 million cookies per click. Not bad. I think I want to get to like 200 of every item to be like completely done with the game, but I don't really know that I care. All gone in less than 10 clicks. Yeah, time machines are expensive, man. Are you going to try Eldritch? Yeah, or Eldritch. Yeah, I am. Don't know when. Sooner, probably, than later. Have you considered streaming your recording for YouTube, or is that the worst idea? Well, I can't really do much with it then. Like, I can't put my intro on, I can't put nice fades or, like, balance the audio or anything. And it leads me to having a bit less, probably productive to say, because I'm going to be looking at the chat, and, I think when I want to do streams, I want the interaction to be the main focus of it. And when I do indie impressions, or, YouTube videos in general, I want that to be the main focus for that, and I want the reflectivity part to happen afterward. So hopefully that makes sense. It's two separate worlds. I don't ever want to be in a position where I'm just doing streams and then taking all the content I make on the streams and putting them on YouTube, although I will do it occasionally. So... yeah, I'll try. I'll try to come up with a nice balance, I guess. Alright, good night, Emerson. Just gonna send you photos of my cats every day. I think I love cats more than I love humans. Doxy got her fame from this stream. What was the story behind that? She talked to me a couple times. We talked for a while, and then she started doing all her own stuff. That's really all there is to it, and got along with everybody else, so yeah, took off from there. Should check out the game Pencil Whip from like years ago. Very interesting art direction, but I think you need a DOS runner to play it. What does that mean, like DOS box or something? Nearly 5 in the morning here in Germany. My goodness, you should go to bed. I should enable you to go to bed. Oh, thank you, Toon Fan. How about this? Let's wrap up the stream. We could do that. Oh, there's a cookie in the middle of the thing, and maybe I'll run some ads, and those of you who feel particularly like helping me out, if you maybe want to stick around for that, but no obligation, and then we'll pick it up another time. Does that sound okay to you guys? Will there be a first impressions video of Liberal Crime Squad? You have to keep in mind I have like 300 videos, or 300 games in my folder that I need to make videos of, so You know, it's like it's tough. It's tough to prioritize one over the other. So I try my best to come up with, well, the ones that make sense at the moment, and sometimes I just randomly decide to pick a certain weird one. Um, what? What did I just buy? I didn't think I bought anything. I just bought all the stuff down here. What's the name of the video you're talking about where people could have been criticized, but oh, the like what indie games mean to me. Look in my miscellaneous videos playlist. It should be in there. It's with like channel updates and stuff. It was one of the first videos I did like in the summer of me starting the Indie Impression series, so it was sort of like a summary of why I started doing that. The video quality, unfortunately, is kind of crap because it was my old webcam, but hopefully you understand. Oh man, my stomach hurts. I really need to get some food. So thanks everybody for hanging out. I think it will wrap things up here. I appreciate all the questions and all the goodwill and all the support. All of you who subscribed, thank you, of course, for that. Beautiful thing of you to do that. And I should always mention anybody who subscribed, if you're not interested in having the thing auto-renew at the end of the month, make sure you untick that in your settings. I don't want to accidentally cost anyone $5 that is not interested in necessarily contributing twice or more. So, just make sure you have that sorted out. And I will probably do another stream sooner than later. I think tomorrow I should like go out though, so maybe Saturday. I could probably do something on Saturday. And Josh is not going to be around because he's moving, so there's probably going to be a day in there. We'll come up with something. I really want to stream some more stuff with Rob too, because playing Saints Row with him is a freaking blast. So I hope you guys come out to that, and stay tuned. Follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. That way you get streaming notifications when I go live, as well as follow me on Twitch if you have, Twitch as well as Twitter rather. So you know all the stuff that's going on. I frequently will just be commenting about whatever the hell's up in my personal life, as well as stuff with the NLSS or whatever else, stream-wise as well. So yeah, that is handy. If you follow me over there, of course, anyone who hasn't already subscribed to me on YouTube, if you might have just stumbled on the stream for whatever reason, I always appreciate people subscribing over there. That is where I get the bulk of my finances from, so if you want to contribute watching my videos, super helpful. But again, this is not a call to action, just if you want to check out what I'm up to, where you do it. Alright, so thanks thanks everybody for coming out. My mouth is just moving on its own now, that was silly. Thanks every blah blah. Good night. Talk to you later.